What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. As always, I'm one of the co-hosts, Andrew, and today's video is about Workhorse. Now this video is an update for the most part to a video I did a couple weeks ago. Recently Workhorse had some positive news articles and some information that released that to an investor or a potential investor is really good news for us as the company continues to build their brand and establish their position in the electric car or electric vehicle race. Now the first news is the California Air Resources Board just announced that the hybrid and zero emissions based vehicle program or an incentive program that Workhorse, the C100 series delivery van, is now eligible for that program. This program is an incentive to consumers, businesses to purchase hybrid or zero based emission programs to help reduce the air pollution and improve the air quality within the state of California. So now with this vehicle being eligible for this monetary voucher, the value of it is upwards to $50,000. So as a consumer or as a business owner that's looking to upgrade or purchase new vehicles for their fleet, having a voucher or basically almost like a grant where if they purchase one car or purchase 10 cars from Workhorse, they're eligible up to $50,000 per vehicle is a huge incentive for a company and not only Workhorse. Now the downside to this is all these vouchers are delayed until fall of 2020. Again, with all the coronavirus and the tax revenue, a lot of people taking a hit on sales tax and stuff. A lot of these states are withholding funds until the fall to really kind of get a judge of what their financial structure is going to look like to be able to fund these vouchers. Now, if you're wondering, electric vehicles, are they the real deal? Are they here to stay? I personally think they are here to stay. As I mentioned in my previous video, with climate change, activism, government regulations, just overall financial costs, people more and more, as well as companies, are moving towards the electric vehicle. For instance, I'm going to read you a quote that I found off Barron's where it's talking about UPS. The article reads, "There are two reasons besides environmental benefits that large fleets are going electric. UPS remains very committed to electrifying its fleet," UPS tells Barron's, "with roughly 1,000 electric or hybrid electric vehicles already in operation in cities around the world. UPS expects to continue to lead the charge on electrification of medium-duty vehicles over the next 5 years." And again, back in 2018, UPS purchased around 950 electric vehicles from Workhorse alone as they continue to build on the promise as stated in the article in Barron's. The second thing is the Ryder Workhorse contract. A few days ago, Workhorse announced on their website that they were starting to deliver their C1000 series electric delivery vans to Ryder. If you know anything about Ryder, they have 18-wheelers, they have vans, box trucks. Think of it as almost similar to U-Haul. Basically, you can lease or rent these vehicles for your business needs or your personal needs. This contract is for around 2,500 vehicles to Ryder in a lease option or a lease agreement. The COOP is the perfect launch platform for new technology vehicles such as the Workhorse C-Series electric van, as it provides customers the ability to try the vehicles in various markets without any long-term commitment. I think this is a genius move on Workhorse's behalf, as well as they work these contracts with companies like Ryder, because it does several things. One, it allows their product to get out there. It allows companies like Ryder, UPS, Amazon, FedEx, whoever purchases into these delivery vans, allows them to show their product, show the reliability of their product, and allows consumers to test this product because, again, this is an all-electric van, something that really hasn't been seen before as far as delivery needs of the world, as far as FedEx, UPS, USPS, or Ryder for now. It allows the customers to test the vehicle without a long-term commitment, meaning they're not having to purchase this vehicle in hopes that it pans out for their business needs or their personal needs. A lease option, just like a car lease, allows them to lease this vehicle for a year, upwards of 3 years, maybe even 5 years, to see if it's something they like, and they're able to evaluate this product before they make that long-term commitment to purchase more and more vehicles for their fleet. While at the same time, it allows Workhorse to put their product on the road, have their brand established, let people see their brand, and let people have their own opinion of the brand, building it and becoming more and more popular every day on the road. Just as you've seen with Tesla a couple years ago. You know, it took me a couple years before I actually saw a Tesla on the road, but now I see more and more Teslas on the road. And the third thing is Workhorse is still one of the final 4 companies in the running for a United States Postal Service contract for vehicles for their fleet. Now, I mentioned in the prior video on Workhorse, as well as everybody's been talking about this, and one reason why Workhorse has really been popular this past couple weeks and on Robinhood as making the 100 most popular stock is because this contract with the United States Postal Service is worth upwards of $6 billion. Now, there's 4 companies in the running for it, but Workhorse has a unique standpoint in this, is being that they are the only all-electric option of all the companies that are in this contract. So again, like I talked about before, if Workhorse just gets a fraction of this contract, or if they get the whole contract, it's really going to put the company in a great position, one for revenue, but for product development, and it's on just continuing to build and establish their brand, which is great news for investors like you and I, or potential investors that are kind of on the fence whether they're going to purchase into Workhorse right now. Steve Schrader, the CFO of Workhorse, on July 21st said that in addition to the gasoline savings alone that the all-electric C-Series delivery van would offer USPS, it's estimated that they would cut their maintenance cost in half. Now, lastly, Workhorse has been developing and experimenting with their drone program called Horsefly. Now, as we've seen since really January going into March with coronavirus or COVID-19, contactless deliveries is becoming more and more popular. From UPS, Amazon, to even Papa John's and DoorDash, people just don't want that interaction, personal interaction contact. They don't want to take the package from another person's hands. So contactless delivery has been an option on all these companies, and it's probably going to become even more and more popular as long as this virus sticks around. So while I don't see a huge need for this, one thing I like about this is Workhorse is continuing to be innovative and think ahead and experiment with something other than their delivery vans. So they almost have an extra dimension to their company that has the potential to take off. So overall, I think Workhorse is still a great buy for a stock price around $16 a share. Just in 2020 alone, they are able to show me as an investor a couple things I like to see. The first thing is being innovative. With the all-electric delivery vans and the Horsefly program, they're showing me they have the ability to look ahead and see what the need is for the next 5 to 15 years in their market alone. Number 2 is producing a product that's directly targeting consumers. You know, they're not really competing with Tesla on sports cars or family cars. They're not competing with Nikola on semi-trucks. They are in their own market, and they really don't have a big competitor or a major competitor that's going to challenge them if this electric delivery van option takes off for these companies. Third thing is increased revenue and adding more contracts. You know, Workhorse really started getting their momentum going in 2018 when UPS bought those 950 vehicles. Now they're adding more, roughly 2,500 vehicles to Ryder. They're in the running for the major contract with USPS, which is estimated to be around 180,000 vehicles. So the third thing is they're bringing in more revenue, they're adding more contracts, and they're showing that their product is somewhat reliable, even though it's a new idea or new concept to these companies. And the fourth thing is they're in the big leagues. From a company that started a few years ago to being one of the 4 finalists on a $6 billion contract with the United States government is huge. So guys, that's a real quick update of some recent news articles involving Workhorse. Again, I own a couple shares of Workhorse. Let me know what you think if you already have purchased Workhorse or if you're thinking about purchasing Workhorse. And as always, please hit the like button and or subscribe button to help the channel out, and we'll see you on the next video.